I really feel like playing Magic today. It'd be great if I could play a deck that just plays itself. Hmm. Oh, what's this button do? Autopilot? Hell yeah. Hello Miners, welcome back. We are playing Creative Technique Combo in Legacy, also known as Mississippi River. This is a deck that's actually existed for a little while on paper before it was able to be brought to Magic Online. The key card here, Creative Technique, was printed in Strixhaven Commander products, but for some reason was not put onto Magic Online until recently. So this is a bit of an old deck as far as the overall Legacy scene is concerned, but it is new as far as the MTGO Legacy scene is concerned. So this entire deck basically revolves around this one card, Creative Technique. Basically what it does is you shuffle your library, reveal the top card, you may cast it for free. It has this really weird, unique mechanic called Demonstrate, where basically if you demonstrate it, you get an additional copy, but your opponent also gets a copy of the same card for free, and theirs resolves first. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword where you're giving your opponent one copy for free, but you're getting two, which is super, super useful against blue-based counterspell decks, because instead of only needing one counterspell to hose you, they're now in a position where they need two. That being said, you could potentially be flipping your opponent into one as well. It happens every now and then. But it's a super, super fun deck. That being said, how do you make a 5-mana sorcery work in Legacy? You start your curve at 6! Everything in our deck costs more than 5 mana and relies on the Cascade mechanic. You all are familiar with what this mechanic does. But how are we surviving long enough to cast a 6-drop in Legacy? The depletion lands, the sack lands, all of those weird-ass lands that are unique to Legacy that create 2 mana. The depletion lands are the best because you get to use them twice. The sack lands, they do stick around if you only want to tap them for 1 mana, but you do have to sacrifice them if you want to. They're an old staple in the old Sackland Tendrils budget Storm deck. So they've been around for a while. They're pretty underutilized for the most part. We do also have the traditional Soul Lands, an Ancient Tomb, City of Traders. We even got Crystal Vein so that we can go a full 10 colorless Soul Lands. But that's what we're doing to be able to ramp up. And our best draws, we're able to go off on turn 3, either by having, basically by having tap land, and then an untapped land of some sort. So whether it produces 1 mana or produces 2. Most of the time, we're honestly going off turn 4. There are only 10 untapped lands that theoretically produce 2 mana to hit our 6 drops. It's a little bit higher if you're including the untapped lands that produce 1 mana if you're going specifically for Creative Technique. That being said, this whole deck revolves around Creative Technique. Once it resolves, your deck is basically going to play itself and is going to turn everything that you could hit off of Creative Technique into other Creative Techniques. You're either hitting your 6 mana Cascaders, which directly turn into one, or you're hitting stuff like Maelstrom Wanderer, Apex Devastator, which have multiple Cascade triggers, which are either going to go Cascade down into a lower mana cost, into a lower one, until you eventually go down the chain to another Creative Technique, or you just hit a Creative Technique. The only card that is not a Cascader or a way to get Creative Technique is Emrakul, which gives us a way to win the game. Maelstrom Wanderer gives all of our creatures haste. If for some reason we are not able to stick that on the battlefield, whether it gets removed, it gets countered itself, opponent has a Karakas to bounce it, the Emrakul gives us another turn to be able to attack through anyways. Emrakul also has kind of a cool backdoor synergy with Sakashima's Prodigy, where if you copy Emrakul with the Sakashima's Prodigy, and then sack the Emrakul to the Legend roll, your whole graveyard is cycled back in, all your Creative Techniques go back into the deck, you just keep going through the chain. So ultimately what's going to happen is if Creative Technique resolves, you're basically going to play your entire deck onto the battlefield and win either that turn or the following turn because you're getting an extra turn with Emrakul. The sideboard is a bunch of random stuff kind of to hold off hate or to stop other unfair combo decks. You've got Mirror Shell Crab as a pseudo counter. It costs more than 5, so you don't randomly cascade into it, and you can channel it for 3. being a channel ability is nice because it can't really get countered. It has to be stifled in order to stop it. So that's a cool little backdoor synergy there. Ley Line of the Void is to stop degenerate graveyard combo decks. Pyrokinesis is to wipe up Hate Bear style creatures and also to slow down low to the ground aggro decks. Ave is just kind of another payoff here. You can get some crazy board states if you manage to loop into an Ave further down the line as far as the Cascades are concerned, where you're getting 15, 20 copies of it. Just able to go super, super wide against other go wide decks, or if you're up against another Mississippi River deck, it's kind of a way to break the symmetry and give you more creatures than they have blockers for. The only other thing in the deck is the Throes of Chaos Tybalt's Trickery package, which is basically just to speed up your combo by a turn. It allows you to go off turn 2 instead of turn 3. However, it does dilute your combo greatly because either Tybalt's Trickery or Throes of Chaos are able to cascade into each other or hit each other, and it's not always going to get you the higher end cascaders that you need. It's not always going to hit a creative technique. It is a high risk, high reward situation where you're in a mirror of combo decks and you just have no way to interact with what your opponent's doing. You're basically just going full on race mode. Examples of that would be Mystic Forge combo, Doomsday, stuff like that. Cephalid Breakfast. I mean, it's one of those kinds of situations where you bring it in, it does dilute your own package, but you're just in full on race mode at that point anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That being said, this deck, it plays itself. The only deck that I could think of that is comparable to this is Manaless Dredge, where basically the biggest decisions of your game are going to be your mulligans. Figure out how you get shit into the graveyard, you dredge, your deck puts stuff in, and then you just let triggers resolve, and the deck basically plays itself. This is the same kind of way. You make your mulligan decisions, and then you just go for creative technique. If it resolves, your deck is basically going to play itself and you're going to win. So let's take it through a league, see how we do. I have a feeling this is going to result in some very, very stupid screenshots and board states, but it is going to be an absolute blast. This is probably what I would consider the ultimate Timmy deck. This is basically taking a commander deck and trying to make it work in Legacy. So let's take it into a league, see how it goes, and let's have some fun along the way. Alright, we are speed running a league with Mississippi River. We are up against Cartesian. I just saw their name on the top of the, whatchamacallit list. I mean, yeah, we've got red mana, we've got a Cascader, we just keep this. I mean, the nice part about this is you really don't gotta think. You just do what you do, you jam it, and your deck basically just plays itself. So, we are gonna start off with Scary. Make them think maybe we're on like a G-hash pile or something. We definitely are playing Soul Prevent next turn. A discard spell would kind of fuck us over here. This also does open up lines where we can Otawara away a hate piece if we need to, so we'll see what happens here. Like, we do have a turn 3 boarding party go to town. It's all just going to depend on what our opponent's doing over there. I would like another red source, because this could be anything. I'm a little concerned about wastelanding away our only red source next turn. Maelstrom Wander is not it. As we're going to see, just pray the magic guys that don't have a wasteland. Every time I say that, though, it like manifests a wasteland into their hand, so they're definitely something blue-black, so I guess we'll see what's going on over there. This 100% gives away what we're doing, though. I mean, the nice thing is we have another Cascader, but we still need a way to get green mana if we do need to rely on this. Our opponent, who the fuck knows what they're doing over there? Like, this can be literally anything. The nice part is this deck doesn't give a flying fuck about Bowmasters. So if they were just leaning hard on a Bowmasters, we don't give a shit. Like I said, discard is a problem. Oh, okay, Voidwalker's totally fine. Being a blue-based deck, though, we definitely are going to have to demonstrate, because that forces them to have 2 counters instead of just 1. This also is like everything all in here. And now, let the fun begin? I guess we're gonna see what fucking happens here. We absolutely have to demonstrate, unfortunately, because we need 2 copies. Hopefully we just have them demonstrate into something fucking useless. Reanimate, okay, yeah, that does nothing. So now they need 2 counters to be able to deal with both of these. And they just scoop it up. They don't even want to see us go through it. This is the one thing I was afraid of doing in a league, is going through a league and just being like, oh, nope. People are just gonna fucking scoop. Seeing as we saw Reanimate, I'm kinda tempted to bring in the ley lines, but I'm a little scared too at the same time. But they could just be like a value-y blue-black pile. They might not be on an actual Reanimator. We did see Doubt the Voidwalker main deck, which typically isn't in Reanimator, so I think they're more just probably like for reanimating a troll or something. There is something to be said about just trying to go as fast as fucking possible and boarding in the Throes of Chaos combo, but I don't know if that's worth it. They're going to be bringing in all their fucking counter magic though. This also is much weaker. I think we're just going to run it back, like, see what they do game 2. I'm assuming they're going to bring in all of their fucking forces, because that's just what they do. We have 3 Cascaders, but can only cast 1 of them currently. Like, normally this should just be a snap keep, but I'm a little worried about hitting the right colors of mana if they do Thoughtseize us here. But we're gonna keep it, see what happens. We're gonna give her a try. Hope that they don't have discard. And if they do, I mean, our deck is 39 fucking land, Hickory Woodlot, there we go. Alright, well, let's start with that then. We got our other Cascader color. So, I mean, we're just gonna go tap land, Ancient Tomb, see if it's enough. Because one discard spell doesn't do it. Discard plus a Wasteland could? Or multiple discard spells could do it. Oh, what? Oh, they're just hard casting a Grief. Okay, that's fine. But Dark Ritual, I start getting scared they might be doing something fucking stupid. They take one of these two. I don't know if it matters which one, because we've got 2. We also are a blue source away from being able to just Maelstrom Wanderer also. So we technically have 3 Cascaders to fuck with here. I took Sweet Gum Recluse, okay. Into a Sandstone Needle, so I think we'll play that. They know what we've got now, so we'll just pass. See if they've got a way to deal with this Aurora Phoenix. We've got 4 cards in hand. The Savai Triumph's interesting. I'm curious what the white is for. Because, like, red could easily be Bolt or something similar. The nice part is that's also a redundant red source, so if they do have Wasteland, we have another red source to be able to create Phoenix. Cabal Therapy. Okay, well, I guess there goes Phoenix. So now we need another Cascader, or we need to get a blue source and survive another turn to be able to Maelstrom Wanderer? Unless they're just going to sack their Grief to get it back and take the Maelstrom Wanderer. No need yet. Okay, well, we're just going to keep playing lands for now. I mean, it's all we can do, so... They don't have a super fast clock, so that helps also. Like I said, we need a blue source and we can Maelstrom Wanderer. But they also have another discard spell to be able to take it if they need to. Just passing the turn, okay. Tinder Farm, that's not any of the colors I want. Do we need the white for anything? I mean, we already have green, it doesn't make blue, so I don't think it matters. We're just gonna play another Dwarven Rune. We're just gonna play the tap lands for now. We are actually at a point where if we draw, we can just hard cast an Apex Devastator. Which that would just be fucking hilarious to me. I'm curious what the rest of the shit in their hand is. We also are an untapped blue source away, so like we're an Otawara away from being able to Maelstrom Wanderer. I really want to know what's in their hand that they're choosing not to do anything. Because it's not... It must be a bunch of forces or something. Like, I'm not sure what else they would have here, considering they're not playing any blue mana this game. Either that or it's a bunch of cantrips they were hoping for blue mana. I don't know. I'm still very curious what the white from the semi-triome is for. I think they're debating about taking this Maelstrom Wanderer, because they realize that we are one blue source away from being able to just cast it. Oh, they reanimated our Aurora Phoenix. Okay. Interesting. Another Maelstrom Wanderer? That's no bueno. Alright, well, we got one draw step to get out of this. See what fucking happens. We have 0 draw steps if they just so happen to have a bolt. They did not bolt us. Okay. Alright, get a 3. Comfortable 3 against what I'm assuming is a Lightning Bolt deck. Oh, they're gonna get to 2 for 1 the fucking Maelstrom Wanderers. That sucks. We just happen to fucking draw 1. That sucks. Alright, so basically we need a Cascader off the top. Like, we need a Cascader that we can cast off the top. That is not it. Womp. Okay. I mean, basically we just run it back. I don't really see any point in changing anything here. So yeah, just run it back, see what we do. I mean, we just keep the shit out of this, right? Unfortunately, it's a turn 4, but we'll put the Scary in first. Unfortunately, we're at the same point where we're like a blue sword. Well, we had the blue now, actually. We don't have the double green to be able to Sweet Gum Recluse, though. And like a Thoughtseize into a Surgical Extraction would suck, but we'll see what they got. Maybe that's what they were sitting on, was like a bunch of Surgical Extraction type effects. We are one land drop away from being able to just cast Maelstrom Wanderer also, so. Took the boarding party, interesting. They're just gonna try to kill me before I can do anything? Is that what's going on here? I guess so? Oh no. Well, they take both of our ways to do it, but again, we're not that far off from being able to just go off. If they have a surgical, that sucks a little bit, but yeah, that's another creative technique. So, untap land next turn for the win. So there's some kind of 5-color control-y pile of some sort. Untap land would be the absolute best here. They have another discard spell. We're down 2 of our creative techniques, which sucks ass. Alright. Now we have all of them. So basically, we just want to try to survive a turn and have them not fuck shit up. They have 6 cards, though, but apparently they only have 1 land, so they might be being mana screwed. Okay. Trolley. It is a little awkward that we have 2 of these in hand. Tap land, okay. Please don't just randomly have Surgical Extraction. Mausoleum Secrets. Interesting. There's another Grief. Okay, so we are down to just 2. Unless they literally have another fucking Grief black card to be able to get this back. Luckily, I don't think we have to worry about counter magic out of this opponent. Shadow Prophecy. And they scoop it up when they see we have 2 creative techniques. Alright. We are on the fucking board. Let's fucking go. Alright, we are back. We got it. I mean, technically we've got ways to cast both of these, so we're just gonna fucking go for it. I think I'm gonna lead off with Sulfur Vent. Looks like we're up against potentially another blue-black base deck. I mean, last time I think we were up against like 5-color pile shit of some sort. Okay, Redundant Sulfur Vent is nice. This is a turn 3, assuming I don't get interrupted here. Okay, so maybe this is something else. This could be Cephalid Breakfast, which we could just die before we do anything. That's very much a real possibility. Let's play the Sandstone Needle, and then I guess next turn, just go for it. We're gonna have to see what our opponent's doing here. And the nice part is this deck is okay, Snapcaster Mage just to run out a body? So it's not Cephalid Breakfast, that's for sure. I mean, the nice part is oh, Teferi! Well, the nice part is we actually have an answer for that. That's the funny part. So we're not fucked yet. We do have an answer for that. Oh, we drew the Emrakul, okay. So basically what we're gonna do is we're going to bounce Teferi end of turn and then go for it. Because unless they have a stifle effect of some sort... Okay, Narset's fine, I don't care about that. We definitely need to, okay, they got another Teferi. So, I mean, I guess there's a possibility that they could stifle us here. That is something that could happen. I mean, I guess we'll see if they have a stifle effect of some sort. And we'll see how many... We know 2 of the cards in their hand are Teferis. We keep trying a lot of our good Cascaders here. The thing, I think we're actually just gonna go ahead and cast this. We're not gonna pop this. Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is it. This is our shot. We're doing our thing. Like, how many counters you got, opponent? I mean, we have to demonstrate it. We don't have a choice, because this is our only shot of getting around a counter. I found a Ponder, so they can cast that to try to find a counter. I mean, this is autopilot engaged right now. Like, this is it. This is autopilot. This is thing. Did they shuffle? Chose to shuffle. Okay, so they didn't find a counter there. Maybe they did? I don't know. Maybe they're brainstorming here? Desperation Brainstorm? Yep, Desperation Brainstorm. Okay. Which means they've only got 1 counter as of right now. They're looking for a second, or they just don't have any counters, period. Okay, Sakashima Student with no target as of right now. Unfortunately, a bunch of our good hits here. So since they didn't have anything, I don't think I want to demonstrate it, because if we just randomly hit a Teferi, we're kind of screwed. Yeah, so here's the part where I don't think we want to bother. Unfortunately, we're kind of fizzling a little bit. I think if we fizzle one more time... Alright, they just scoop it up anyways. We don't have to go through the whole chain. There very much was a possibility where we could have fizzled there, which is why I was kind of iffy about that. Like, we only had one more, and we had 2 Maelstrom Wanderers and an Emrakul in hand. So, I think we want to bring a Mirror Show Crab. The other question is, so like, this is really bad against blue decks because a single counterspell fucks this up. However, it speeds up our combo by a turn to hopefully get down before Teferi can. But I don't think it's worth bringing in, to be completely honest. What could we take out here? We need to keep all of our Otawaras in. There's something to be said about maybe take out a Sakashima Student. It's our worst Cascader. This also does suck a little bit that, like, there's a possibility that we just hit this Mirror Show Crab, but I think we need it just as a, like, counter your Teferi if we can and it gets to that point. Because this only hits creatures, right? Yeah, it only hits creatures. I think we'll try it. I mean, this is kind of it. So, I mean, we've got the Otawara and a way to use it to be able to bounce a Teferi, so... And they're blue-white control of some sort. I didn't see a splash color yet. Maelstrom Wanderers, interesting. Let's start with a Sandstone Needle. Okay, we have an answer for Lavinia. That's actually kind of fine. That doesn't screw us over yet. We are drawing. Jesus Christ, okay. The problem is going to be if they have another hate piece. If they have a Teferi on top of this, then we're kind of screwed. Which they're fetching awful quick, so I'm mildly concerned. Alright, do we hit something else that produces blue mana for us? Or, well, actually, I guess it doesn't really matter that much. I don't know, we'll see. Because this is what? If you cast no mana was spent, counter it? Okay. That's a boarding party. So, like, we theoretically could just cast a boarding party and see if we can win with fair beatdowns. Because we don't have to cast our creative technique. We'll see what they got going on. There always is a possibility also we could boarding party, kills a fairy, and then be able to bounce Lavinia. They've got 3 cards in hand. They're kind of flooded out. I guess we'll see what they do here. Tinder Farm is interesting. Because I can't bounce Teferi right now anyways, so... Well, we're gonna see if we can just kill Teferi. I have no idea what they brought in, besides Lavinia. Nope, don't want to cast it. Just want to get this down, see if I can kill Teferi. Just hard counter spell, okay. And the nice part is they don't really have much in terms of a clock at the moment, so we'll put that down. We also could just try to cast fucking Maelstrom Wanderer and kill it, and then go back to the same plan. Like, that is always a possibility as well. However, we lose, like, all of our mana doing this. Is this worth it? Because we lose 3 of our lands. We have more, though. So I think this is the correct option here. Don't cast anything off of it. Nope. See if we can kill Teferi. And then set up to bounce. Okay, opponent just has all of the hate, so it might actually be worth it for us to bring in the faster combo. Because, yeah, I don't think... I mean, we can build back up to being able to cast Maelstrom Wanderer and try to do it again, but we are seriously starting to run out of mana is the other problem, while they're able to start rebuilding their hand. Okay, I don't hate Scary. Like, the nice part is we have a bunch of mana, but it's gonna take a few turns to get there. Alright, opponent's poking us. Alright, there's red mana. So in theory, this is 8 mana. We still don't have it next turn yet. We gotta wait another turn, which lets them... They are rebuilding their hand a little bit, so we do have to worry about that. So we can try to Maelstrom Wanderer now. How poorly does this go? Because I feel like we need to try to save this all up for a single turn is the problem. Yeah, I think we need to just keep doing this, unfortunately, and hope that we can get there before they do anything too stupid. However, they're getting to the point where they can have a whole bunch of fucking counter magic. Alright, so I think this is it. This is the turn we gotta try to go for it. With double City of Traders. So we got blue, red, green, and 2. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. Red, green, blue, blue. Is that enough mana? Yes. Try this again and hope they don't have another one? If this doesn't work, then I think we just scoop. Are you looking for an answer? Okay, yeah. Alright, you got it, buddy. Hardcast Force of Will. I see what you're doing there. Okay. Alright, so I think we are going to go ahead and try this plan here. With that being the case, get rid of Sakashima's students. Trim a Tinder. Probably trim a Woodlot. The Seiju's not really necessary, so we can probably trim both of the Seiju's. Try something like that. I mean, the Throes of Chaos option is a lot weaker to a single counterspell, but I think this is our best bet here. Hope that they just mulligan into Oblivion trying to find answers, so... Alright, on the play, game 3. This is a turn 3. However, it's a problem. I mean, fuck it. They're gonna mulligan for 8 like crazy. Hopefully they don't find Lavinia. They kept 6, so I guess we're gonna see what happens here. This is a turn 3, so it comes down before Teferi does. We also are a blue source away from being able to Otawara something away. So that is a possibility as well. I mean, fingers crossed for no fucking, whatchamacallit, Lavinia, but we'll see. Keeping on 6 makes me think they have one. So I'd be very surprised if this is not Lavinia right here. Called it. Alright, so we need a blue source to be able to bounce this Lavinia. Boarding party is interesting. That is just a haster I can theoretically get down depending on what they got. We can just see if a fucking 6-3 haster is enough to win. Let me guess. Follow it up with a Teferi? Yep, okay. So we're back in the same position we were in last game, which, I mean, it is what it is, sort of thing. The question just becomes how many counter spells does our opponent have here? That is a green source. So since we're going to be losing a green source anyways for this, I think we're going to go ahead and play it. We're going to see if you got the counter magic so that we can kill Teferi and then we can just start hitting face. Nope. I don't even know. Show creative technique. You got the counter magic. No, okay. Okay, so we got one piece of hate down. I'm curious how much removal they actually kept in. Because now, again, we're a blue source away from being able to just bounce to Lavinia. There's also something to be said about maybe just fucking working to play Maelstrom Wanderer and just go to fucking town. It's a City of Traders. We're gonna drop another Tinder Farm. I guess we're just gonna attack and hope that... Hope our boarding party gets us there. I mean, it's a 3-turn clock. I have no idea if they kept any fucking removal in the deck. Just randomly flashes in a Snapcaster end of turn as a blocker, I'm assuming? I mean, I can play the Otawara just to be able to play a Maelstrom Wanderer, but I don't think that's worth it. Another Sandstone Needle. I mean, we might get to that point anyways, but... I'm assuming they're just gonna... Okay, yeah, they're just gonna double block to kill it, I guess. So yeah, we might just be at a point where we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, that's fine. Like I said, a blue source, we can do what we want to do and bounce that. And hope that it works. Or we might just play this and play the Maelstrom Wanderer and hope for the best. Where are all my blue sources? This is not to shuffle, so I'm curious what they found. How many counter spells do you have, opponents? Find me a blue source. That is an Otawara. Well, we actually, fuck. Do we have the mana to do this now? This is what? It's 4 to bounce it. I've got the mana to just go for it. They've got 6 in hand. Because it's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1 up. I mean, fuck. I fucked up and I needed to do this before combat, but oh well. I mean, whatchamacallit is still in the deck? Yeah, I fucked that up. I did my math wrong. I should have done it pre-combat. But we're gonna set up for next turn and hope that we hit a fucking, whatchamacallit. Boom, boom. We're gonna hope that we hit an Emrakul and we get another turn. Because I'm an idiot. Here we go! Unfortunately, we are demonstrating this. Please don't hit anything good. Snapcaster Mage, that is fine. A Snapcaster is the least of my fucking problems. Is this a Flusterstorm? Spell Pierce, targeting one of them. I only have one mana available anyway, so okay. Does he have something for the other one? Oh, he's just gonna Spell Pierce, Snap, Spell Pierce, okay. So I guess we are relying on Maelstrom Wanderer getting us there next turn. Okay. Hopefully they don't have another Teferi randomly, and we're gonna hope that a Maelstrom Wanderer can do it. They're pondering, they're looking for something. Well, fuck no. I guess they just recast fucking Lavinia and we're fucked. Yes, no, maybe? Oh no, we'll see what they're doing. No, they're just gonna play Teferi. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna go back to Maelstrom Wanderer beats and hope for the fucking best. Ugh, so much hate. Pick it up. Okay, they picked that back up. Hawkeye. Emrakul, cool. Actually, can we get to a point where we just cast Emrakul? Hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They're not really on a clock yet. You know what? Fuck it. Blood Moon incoming? Is Blood Moon incoming, really? Okay, that's fine. Apparently the opponent's trying to get me to scoop or something. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens here. See if they actually have Blood Moon. Okay, there's Lavinia. That's fine. Fairy up. Okay, there's Blood Moon. That's fine. Everything's fine. See what we do here. We can always just hit a boarding party and theoretically just fucking kill them. Like, that's fine. Even if what they tell me they have is true. Like, we could always hit multiple boarding parties, multiple Aurora Phoenixes. Throws of Chaos does nothing. Well, I do think this one is over, but we'll let them actually kill us here. Play it out. No early scooping for me while a deck is on autopilot. Bonk. Bonk. And bonk. Okay. You got it, opponent. On to the next one. Round 3 of Speedrunning Magic Leagues. This is a turn 4? Turn 4 on the draw. And we have to fucking... Nah, I think we gotta mulligan this one. Okay, this is turn 3. We can go ahead and keep this. Let's put... We'll put Tinder Farm to the bottom. Alright, let's see. Hopefully our opponent isn't on some kind of like super fast combo deck and we're just screwed here. That being said, we can get through one discard spell. We don't really care about opposition agents. Like, opposition agents, whatever, shoulders, whatever. Like, if this is just mono black combos, I'm not particularly worried. Okay, they're probably gonna reanimate that next turn. Like I said, we have multiple... We can survive a discard spell. I'm not super duper concerned about that right now. Okay. Alright, opponent. I see what you're doing. I see you. I see you, OP. I see you. Now we can get through multiples? And I'm thinking this is not going to be a deck that particularly has counter magic, just based off of what I'm seeing over there. Yeah, bonk is for 6, that's fine. We can get through 2 Okay, they got blue, so maybe they do have counter spells. That is a possibility now. Okay, well, we're gonna do this where I get to try to do it again next turn. And we are gonna demonstrate. We're gonna see what our opponent hits. Don't stifle me, bro. Alright, let's see what we spend our opponent into. Into a Snapcaster, which does nothing, so we're good there. So I'm guessing this is just some kind of like Grixis piley shit. Sure. Do you have 2 counter spells in hand, opponents? Emrakul! Okie dokie! How do you like a first flip into the spaghetti monster? Okay, they're negating the extra turn. Okay, that's fine. That's actually super fine. And okay. Well, have fun dealing with an Emrakul, and I get to do this again next turn. So I'm not super sure what you think you're accomplishing here, opponent. Alright, go ahead, attack! Wow! Okay. Oh, right, I can't block it. Never mind, I'm an idiot. I forgot this has, like, Super Menace. Which is fine. Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt. Okay. Well, opponents, you have made your intentions perfectly fucking clear. Well. Okie dokie. Creative technique. Do not flip our opponent into a fucking lightning bolt, please. Sauron's Ransom. Okay, so the top one is the one that's upright, right? Yes. Okay, arrange the cards into 2 piles. Alright, you can have... Let's give you Bowmaster, or no, yeah, the face-up pile is the top one. Yeah, you can have Bowmaster's a Gulligan's Command, that's fine. Because you're about to lose all of your fucking lands anyways, so... Choose your Ring Bearer, opponents. Alright, they chose the face-down pile, so they do actually have... Okay, Sakashima Suited. I am not going to demonstrate anymore. I do not want to risk giving them their last bolts. I'm not demonstrating this one. And they skip it up. I'm kind of disappointed. We haven't gotten to actually go down the chain yet. Like, I'm kind of disappointed. I want to do the thing. I want to go down the chain. Alright, so... Another random Grixis pile of shit. I'm kind of tempted to bring in the ley lines to stop that kind of shenanigans, but it severely hampers what we're trying to do, which sucks. We don't have to worry about Lavinia or Teferi in this matchup, at least from what we saw. Like, the question is, what do I want to do here? Like, this very much slows down their plan. They clearly have graveyard synergies if they have Snapcaster. You know what? Fuck it. Let's put them to the test. We're gonna do that. Otawara, I don't think we really give a fuck about. Besejus we can probably take out. Otawaras, let's trim some of our blue stuff, because we don't need it as much. Yeah, let's just trim 2 of each of the blues. Try something like that. I don't know what permanent base hate they could have that I'd actually need an Aurora for in Grixis colors, but we'll see. We'll see if maybe we can juke them out with a super quick, well, we have a Tybalt's Trickery in the deck, or in our hand, so, I mean, I guess that's technically, like, we can get through multiple discard spells here, so yeah, I think we just keep this. This is technically a counter spell. We don't quite have all of our colors to be able to Maelstrom Wanderer. We can get through a discard spell. I guess we'll see what happens. We also always could be like cheeky as fuck and counter something they do with the Tibalt trickery and hope that doesn't spin them into something better. I don't know. I don't know what they have that would matter, so... did they choose to shuffle? Chose not to shuffle, so they like something that they found there. Another scary, okay. Like, finding a green source would be kind of nice, so that if they counter what we do off of these boarding parties, we still have another backup. That being said, we are kind of working our way toward being able to do 2 boarding parties in a row without sacrificing our lands. Alright, they chose to shuffle that time. Alright, I mean, shit, this lets us go for it next turn, see what happens. We also do have Tibalt's Trickery to fuck with them if we want to. I mean, I guess we'll base our next turn off of whether or not we have to try to Tibalt's Trickery something here. They're going to Fulminator Mage, so they're trying to get us off of our mana. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna have some fun. Let's see what our opponent hits. And, okay, fine. They can have an Orcish Bowmasters. I'm A-O-fucking-K with that. Bowmasters is fine. I don't give a fuck. I mean, we fucking go for it. Ooh, and we have an Aurora Phoenix. Fuck it. Let's go! Into a Throes of Chaos. That's kind of annoying. I mean, we're gonna do this. It does get the last Tibalt Trickery out of our deck. Ooh, baby, yeah. They don't have any counter spells either. Alright. We're cooking with gas now. And, oh, they scoop it up. Womp. Damn it! We're never gonna get to finish this fucking chain! Okay, on to the next one. Alright, so round 4 on the draw, just where we like to be. I mean, yeah, fuck it. This is a keep. This is a turn 3. Show, assuming they don't have land destruction, we're fucking golden. I'm debating which one I want to play first, just in case they're on a Wasteland deck. I feel like Sandstone Needle is probably the more important one, so we will play that second. Opponent mulled to 6. Hopefully they're not some kind of, like, degenerate-ass combo deck. Okay, Scalding Tarn is good. Well, good. It means... Okay, so fucking Death Shadow. Got it. Cool. Alright, opponent. So many blue-black decks. Luckily, we can get through 2 fucking discard spells. Chooses not to shuffle their library. Okay, opponents. Saka Shima's student. I actually wouldn't hate more lands just in case they have wastelands and shit. Like, I actually would not hate more lands. Womp. Okay. Yeah, this is why I want more lands. Okay. So they take that. That's fine. I guess we just pray for more lands. And they don't have shit else going on over there, which is fine. Oh my god, okay, we are a deck with a bajillion fucking lands. Show me where them boys at. Show me where all my landies are at. This deck is like 39 fucking lands. I mean, the nice part is we're still very discard proof at this point. I guess we'll just see how many counter spells they have. Like, the chances of us hitting our lands are very high. Yeah, there's another Sandstone Needle. Alright, how many more Wastelands do you have? And I know that main deck you do not have Recursion. And actually, this set, as long as they don't Wasteland me here, this sets me up to be able to do it without sacrificing a land either, which is kind of nice. Okay, that is not a, whatchamacallit. It's not a Wasteland. So this allows me to go for it 2 turns in a row? Okay, so are they just, like, trying to save up counter spells or some shit? Like... Hawkeye. I mean, I guess we're fucking going for it. Unfortunately, this turns on days, but, I mean, we're gonna see what we wheel him into. How many counter spells you got, opponent? What do we wheel you into? Wheel you into a useless Snuff Out. I like that. I like that a lot. How many counters you got? Apparently... Okay, Flusterstorm does it. Okay. Main deck Fluster is kind of interesting. I mean, the nice part is like, we get to do it again next turn. Assuming we still keep this one, but we'll see. I can totally see this being a fucking deck that just, like, randomly main decks fucking, Surgicals for no apparent fucking reason. 2 mana. What are you doing, opponents? Murky Boy? Murky Boy! Okay. The Murktide is here. How many more counters do you have, opponents? How many more counters do you have? We're gonna hope that I spin you into fucking jack shit again. Well, we spun them into a counter. How many more do you have? And we got a force. Okay. The nice part is we very much are running them out of shit to do. So if we can just hit some more lands, we get to go do this again. And try again. They're down to 3 cards. We have multiple Cascaders. We just need to hit... And this is 4 turns away? Opponent's just like, no fun for you. Well, opponent, we're still going to try to have our fun. We basically just need to make sure that we hit lands. That's all we care about. And our deck is mostly land, so that shouldn't be overly difficult. Unfortunately, that's like the one land I don't want to hit. Well, actually, no, shit. I forgot this taps for 2. Never mind. Never fucking mind. Well, can you stop it again? Alright, let's see what we do here. What do we find you now? Grief? Okay, that's fine. I suppose you can take a card out of our hand, because we don't really give a fuck at this point. Alright, what do you want? How many more counters do you have? Do you have more main deck Flusterstorms? If you do, that's kind of just ridiculous. I mean, I guess it makes sense, though, when you think about the fact that a lot of people are jamming this bullshit, and then also, whatchamacallit? Mind's Desire Storm? Oh, fuck yeah, baby. That is 4. Count them 4 Cascade triggers. Sorry, opponent, no fun for you. Let the river flow! Stop damming the river! God damn it! Alright. Grixis bullshits. So this is like another one where I kind of want to do the throws shit. I guess we'll trim an Otawara. Trim a Scurry. I really wish I had one of these that tapped for blue. The Besejus are pretty fucking useless here. I guess let's trim one more. I guess probably just trim in lands that only tap for 1 is probably the correct answer here. Alright, try this. Let's see here. So, this is a turn 2 Throes of Chaos, but I've got 2 of my best payoffs in hand. And they could discard Thoughtseize, or, yeah, discard Surgical that. I think we're gonna ship it. Well, we're keeping this one. Let's put a boarding party back. Alrighty then. And basically, we just want fucking lands. Give me all the motherfucking lands, please. Okay, what are you taking? Are you taking the boarding party, the throws? I assume you take the throws, because it's the only thing I can cast at this point. Okay, I'm assuming this is a pretty easy take the throws of chaos here. Unless they have surgical on their thing. Okay, they took Sakashima's suit. Okay. Interesting. Interesting choice. Well, we're hitting lands. Let's see what our OP's got going on over there. I guess I do need a red source still. I guess I was kind of looking at my mana wrong. The fuck? Soulless Jailer. Permanents and graveyards. Players can't cast non-creature spells. Okay, that's interesting. Can't cast non... Okay. I guess that kind of shuts down what I'm doing a little bit. It's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this fucking card before. Interesting tech. Interesting. It doesn't stop me from casting Creative Technique, so I guess it's a good thing I didn't bother bringing in my Graveyard Hate, because apparently they're not actually doing anything with their graveyard other than fueling Murktide Regent. Okay. OP is sending a message with the 0/4. I like it. Respect, OP. Respect. Let's see. Can't cast. It's weird that his graveyard's in exile. Like that's just a weird pairing there, but whatever. I still can hit creatures though, so like if I... What the fuck? What? Okay, opponent. Are you doing this to turn on a Death Shed? I don't know what the point of that was. I don't think they meant to do that. Opponent fucked up. Apparently they meant to daze that. I still need red sources though. Like, somehow I have managed to just not hit a single fucking red source yet. And I have a handful of red cards. And most of the lands in this deck produce red mana. Somehow I managed to hit 2 of my 3 scaries though. Which I suppose that is the thing that happens. Alright, opponent's just brainstorming like crazy trying to figure out what to do here. Well, the next part is now I don't have to worry about this fucking thing. Alright, hopefully they brainstorm lock themselves. That is the hope. That is a Tybalt's trickery. Alrighty then. Well, I'm getting to the point where I can just cast a fucking Emrakul if I draw it, so there's that. The nice thing is my fizzle rate is starting to fucking go down. Oh, this would have been hilarious to Tybalt's trickery of fucking Murktide Regent. That'd have been great. Alright, you want to give me some red mana deck. Red mana. Oh my gods. Alright, deck. I get it. You want me to have lands. I get it. I do. But I would prefer red lands. It looks like our opponent's punt might not come back to bite them in the ass after all. Because we've got 2 more draw steps to hit red fucking mana. There we go. Okay, so here comes the question. Does this survive? They haven't hit a wasteland yet. As long as they don't hit a wasteland, we actually have the mana to be able to do both of these boarding parties. And hopefully just pop the fuck off. Alright. No wasteland. Hawkeye. How many motherfucking counterspells do you have, opponents? Okay. So. Bop. 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 Use 1. Holding up mana to be able to do this again if need be. Or to pay for a Flusterstorm or something similar. Okay. Hawkeye. Are they going to go after this shit? Tybalt's motherfucking trickery. Alright. See what happens here. Hell yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! That is what I am fucking talking about, baby. Just a casual little Emrakul. Just a casual Mindbreak Trap. Okay. That's actually fine though, because I get the extra turn. And then I just try to do this again. If I hit a throws, I cry. Creative Technique, okay. And I guess Demonstrate, I hope they don't have a Flusterstorm? I mean, we do what we can here. Do you have the Fluster? No, they have a Daze, so I guess to counter one of them. So it's as if I didn't do it at all. I mean, I guess if they have another counterspell, I just cry, and they got it, and none of our punts mattered. Well, no, we get another turn, so I guess that's not actually true. They're dazing both of them. Okay. So I do get another turn here. And it's actually kind of funny. I do have the mana. Can they kill this boarding? Actually, fuck. Because I can just kill them with the boarding party also. Okay. We know one of the cards in their hand is a land. We still get the extra turn off of the Emrakul. And I've got the mana to theoretically attempt to do all of this bullshit all over again. Tap that. Play that. Okay, so now I've got to full control. Tap. Tap. We do that. Tybalt's Trickery. And I can pay for dazes, I can pay for fucking whatchamacallits. Because, like, I can pay for Flusterstorm, I can pay for daze, it needs to be a hard counter, and he needs to have an answer for the boarding party. Alright, Force of Will. Do you have an answer for the boarding party? Whee! Just cascade my whole deck into nothing. Okay. Does he have the snuff out? Oh! Home Slice has an answer. Okay, okay. Good job, good job. Him fucking up and killing his own hate, I guess didn't end up mattering after all. Okay. Good game, opponent. Alright, moving on to this one. I think I'm gonna bring the Pyrokinesis in. Feels a little awkward, but we're gonna try it. There's also part of me that wants to bring Ave, but not really at the same time. I feel really bad doing this, but we're gonna run a 63 card special. Like, I just don't want to take anything out. I mean, we got multiple ways to do this, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this. This is hopefully a turn 3 or a turn 4. We're gonna start off with the one... Like, we're gonna start off with the depletion lands, so we can throws and then still have mana left over to try to boarding party after that. So, we're gonna see what happens here. Like, an untapped land would be fantastic. Opponent shuffled. We also do have the Pyrokinesis to get rid of... Ooh, that is an untapped land. Like, worst case scenario, we do have the Pyrokinesis to try to get rid of their shit. We also are slowly working our way up to being able to just cast this guy. He's what, 10 mana? We're actually one land drop away from being able to just do that. Alright. So we don't gotta worry about it coming down this turn. Alright, opponent's thought sees us. Let's see what they grab here. I guess the correct answer is grab the boarding party, probably. So Mindbreaker Trap is something we're gonna have to worry about here. So as much as I don't want to... Oh, they took boarding party. Interesting. Ooh, Ancient Tomb. Well, let's see if we can set them back some shit then, I guess. Because this actually sets me up to be able to Devastator. Because 2 more turns I can just Devastator. Alright. How many counters you got, opponent? There, okay. That's actually mostly fine. I mean, we're getting to the... I mean, I also can theoretically just flashback throws if I want to. So, I'm not as concerned about that either. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna hardcast this fucking Apex Devastator. Like, if they literally don't do anything in the next 2 turns, Apex Devastator's coming down. 4 Cascade triggers is gonna be pretty fucking sweet. So we'll see. Because the other thing is, with Apex Devastator, like, even if they get down their hate dude thingamabobber, I can just hit creatures off Apex Devastator and go to town. So I'm not super duper concerned about that. Alright, just passing the turn. That's interesting. Aurora Phoenix. He's surgically... Okay. Go ahead. Surgical to throw the chaos. Alright, opponent. You see what's coming next turn. Do you have a way to deal with an Apex Devastator? It does leave me with, like, no fucking lands left over, but it will 100% be worth it. Opponent is pondering their life choices. Because they gotta find a way. Chooses not to shuffle, okay. So they have an answer of some kind? Yes, no, maybe? I don't know. We're gonna see if 4 fucking into a Hickory Woodlot. Alright. Well then. Now is when it happens. Boom, 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 boom. How many cascades we got? Fucking 4, baby! A Mindbreak Trap is mildly brutal. Okay, Sakashima's Imposter. That's fine. Into a Tybalt's Trickery. We will stop the Sakashima's Imposter. Into a Creative Technique. The rivers are flowing. Let's see what we hit them into. Death Shadow. Would you like a 3/3 opponent? The nice part is even if they Mindbreak Trap here, like, I've got 3 more Cascade triggers on the stack. They can't get rid of the triggers. They can only exile the spells. Like, it would have been bad if we spun them into hate, but it is what it is, also. Like, the worst thing that we could hit off of this would be a Throws of Chaos. Well, actually, no, there's no more Throws of Chaos in the deck. So, actually, they actually helped us by taking all of our Throws of Chaos, now that I think about it. Like, they actually took all of them out, so now we literally don't have misses. Okay, Hydroblasting one of them, that's fine. How many resources are... Okay, they are willing to dump all of their resources into stopping this. Okay. What's our next Cascade? Hey, it's a Creative Technique! We're not gonna demonstrate this one. Into another Force, okay? Okie dokie. Well, they're officially out of cards. So now I think it is safe to go ahead and just demonstrate. Because we're not I mean, if they hit that, that weird artifacty thingy, I guess then we might have an issue? No, it's another Death Shadow. Okay, cool. We should be good then. What do we hit? Another Creative Technique! I think we are going to go ahead and demonstrate it again. I'm not particularly worried about anything that they can hit at this point. Yeah, Reanimate, fuck it. You can have whatever you want. You can have a boarding party, I guess. Wait, would you like a boarding party, opponent? I don't think it's particularly gonna matter. No, that... Okay. They're copying a Death Shadow? Okay. That's fine. You can have another Death Shadow. They're a bunch of 6/6s, okay. Sweet Gum Recluse. I think that's all of my creative techniques now, though. Like, I don't think I can cascade into anything else at the moment. Correct, okay. So basically, I just need a Hasty Boy. Hasty Boy or Emrakul? Pyrokinesis. That is an unfortunate one. I guess if I hit enough of these, I can kind of just kill their board off. I forgot that I brought these in. So it's a little annoying. They also do have an Apex Devastator they're going to have to figure out how to deal with. There's the Emrakul! Here we go. That's what we were looking for. And that's game. Alright. Spaghetti Monster is better than Horror Avatar Shadow Thingamabobbers. Alright, that's the positive record. Catch you in the final round. Alright, final round, it's all on the line. Not really, we already have a positive record. But anyways, we are on the die roll. Or, wow, the play, the die roll, the thing, the thing. Alright, yeah, we keep the ever-loving fuck out of this hand. This is turn 3 with 3 ways to get there. Assuming our opponent doesn't have land destruction or some kind of crazy degenerate combo deck, I'm really liking what we got here. So let's do it. Going for that sweet 4-1. This deck is just so fucking stupid. It's great. It's... I'll talk about it in the wrap-up, but this is like the ultimate I don't actually want to have to think about what I'm doing deck. It is 100% you just play the deck on autopilot. The only decisions that theoretically matter are your mulligans. Like, anything beyond that, I don't think honestly matters. You just play your lands, play your thing, cascade, and see what happens. I mean, like, the only deck I can think of that's even similar to this is Manaless Dredge, where your deck plays itself. Ooh. Okay, so we are up against something degenerate and combo-y. Alright. Ooh. This is a little scary. We shouldn't have to worry about counter magic, but we'll see how crazy they get to go now. See if they can pop off. So like we really shouldn't have to worry about counter magic in this matchup is what I'm seeing here. That being said, I guess we'll see what they do. Alright, so they got a bunch of mana. We'll see how crazy they get to go. Like, admittedly, the One Ring is annoying, but not the end of the world. And I guess there are ways they can go infinite from here. Alright, there's the One Ring. Because if we can hit our spaghetti monster, then none of this matters. Because we just get to take another turn. Or is this until your next turn? Until your next turn, okay. So I am going to probably have to take it a turn slower now. Into a Mystic Forge, okay. So our opponent is on some mildly degenerate bullshit. I guess this is a way... Are they doing that literally just as a 0-drop? I guess I'm a little confused. Jesus, okay. Well, they're trying to... Okay, I guess they can keep going? Well, this is a little unfortunate if they get there. This protection from everything kind of is annoying, but we'll see. This is literally just a 0-drop. It does absolutely nothing in 60-card formats. Okay. Helm of Awakening in this deck is kind of cute. I mean, I guess we'll see what they do. We very well could be dead here. That's kind of crazy that they could turn to us. Well, they're trying to draw more shit to do something, it looks like. Kraken, they have to draw a card, so they didn't like whatever the fuck they saw on top of their deck. Okay. Still just cycling through shit in their deck. Like, that's kind of cute that it lets them keep going even when they run out of mana. Like, if they hit a Paradox Engine, we just die, but... I guess I don't know what they're actually doing to know if we need to skip Double Incube. What the fuck? That's interesting. Well, this is interesting. Wait, what? You don't have a commander, do you? How does that work? Somebody explain to me how this works, please. How did Jeweled Lotus actually produce mana? Please explain to me how that produced mana. Okay, you got it. You found your win con, that's fine. Yes, somebody in the comments, please tell me how the hell Jeweled Lotus actually produces mana in 60-card formats. because it shouldn't. We're just bringing those in. We're just speeding our shit up here. Is there anything we're taking out here? Beseju seems halfway decent in this matchup. Odawara, I can probably trim a couple of those. Trim a Scary. And you know what, fuck it, we're gonna run 63 cards. Worked well for us last time. It's an interesting version of the Mystic Forge combo deck. If this had red mana, this would be fantastic. This has red mana, we are keeping this. I'm like debating if we should hold on to the creative technique just so we can go for it again. I think we're going to. So I think we're gonna... Well, I guess, I guess it doesn't really matter that, fuck it. We're gonna hold on to it, just so if we draw red mana and this doesn't work out the first time, we theoretically have a way to, well, no. Fuck it, we're all in. We are all in on this bullshit. We are just all the fuck in on this bullshit. Opponents mulliganing a ton looking for some kind of hate card. Either that or they're looking for like a way to go off on turn 1, which I don't know if that's possible with their deck. So we will find out. Alright, opponent kept on 4. Well, we're gonna hope that turn 2 gets us there. I'm not sure what kind of crazy shit they can do on turn 1 with 5 cards, but we're gonna fucking figure it out, I guess. Alright, shit costs 1 less. We'll take a key, okay? Alright. Well, I guess they're trying to set up for a turn 2. And we're gonna hope that we actually hit well. Alrighty. Alrighty then. It's something good, Tibalt's Trickery. Okay, Aurora Phoenix, that did something. Hopefully this hits fucking creative technique. Throws a Chaos. Okay, this is already not going well. If they have a Library Trap, we kinda just fucked. Oh, we milled the other one? No! No! We just randomly milled the other Tibalt's Trickery. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Well, that sucks. Alright. Oh, fuck. We need red mana to not just die. That was so bad. Oh my god, that was just so bad. Alright, how crazy can they go here? The One Ring. Okay, they can go kind of crazy. Got it. Well, we gotta wait another turn anyway, so... Another Voltaic, okay. And there's nothing we can do here. We just let them do their thing. Like... Oh, no! I was gonna say, yeah, you don't have any more mana. You can't draw anything else. They can draw a whole bunch of cards next turn. Red mana! No, that is the opposite of red mana. You know what? I'm gonna attack just to send a message. Just to send a message. Get in there, Phoenix. I know you don't do anything, but get the fuck in there. I know you can't do anything, but do it. Send your message, Phoenix. Alright, let's see how fucking crazy they can go now. Because they can draw a whole bunch of cards. All their shit's gonna cost a fuckload less now. They have... okay, they have basically infinite mana. They can draw another 5 cards, 6 cards, 7 cards, something like that. It'd be very hard for them to not pop off from here. And then there's also, yeah, okay, they have virtually infinite mana now. The cards are going to be the sticking point here. Is how many cards are they actually able to draw, and what are they? Yep, does that. Draws 3 more, gonna draw 5 more. I'm assuming they win from here. Like, it'd be very, very hard for them not to. I can't believe we milled our other Tibalt trickery. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. I mean, it happens. It is what it is. Maybe we luck out and they just, like, kill themselves. Like, they don't combo off this turn. They tap enough mana that they just lose to the One Ring. Oh, no, there's the Mystic Forge. They're pretty much guaranteed to win now. Now that they actually have card selection. And they can pretty much draw their whole hand back now, too, because they can untap their ring at least 2 more times. I don't know, we'll see. There's a world where they somehow manage to fuck this up and kill themselves with the One Ring if they just somehow draw, like, absolute total shit. But we'll see. We will see. They're down to 9. I'm assuming they find another One Ring, though. These decks do typically run 4 of them. Letting our opponent just masturbate over there a little bit. I mean, I can't say shit, that's what this fucking deck does, too. Okay, engineer explosives, yeah. I'm assuming it's virtually impossible for them to fizzle from here. Like, I'm not gonna say it is impossible, I'm just gonna say it's virtually impossible. I would be extremely surprised if they manage to somehow fizzle from this position. Because if they somehow transmute artifacts, okay, yeah, so I'm assuming they just win here. I'm not sure what artifact they're grabbing. Why? Okay, for a Mystic Forge, really? Okay, they got an Echo, so they can wheel their hand away. And they got another Mystic Forge to try to get shit off the top of their library. And it's kind of a cool take on the Mystic Forge combo decks, like, it's kind of cool. They got an Echo, there's Karn. Alright, just show me the shit. What are they gonna do? Is this gonna be Microsoft Lattice? Because we're not actually dead to Microsoft Lattice, because we can actually kill Karn. Oh, it's 8 for Flux Reservoir, okay. And they cast 15 this turn? Okay, yeah, they got us. Good game, opponent, good game. I mean, it was 2 decks just doing this. There's nothing they can fucking do about it. This is the epitome of 2 ships passing in the night. Alright, so what can we say about this deck? I mean, it is the ultimate, just like, you don't care deck. It's gonna do its thing. You get to 5 or 6 mana, you play your Cascader, and your deck basically just plays itself, and either your opponent can stop it or they can't. As you saw, the biggest decisions kind of came down to our mulligans, and then whether or not to demonstrate. We saw a few times over, demonstrating came to kind of bite us in the ass. It's a nice little counter to opponents' counters, because instead of dealing with 1 copy, they're dealing with 2, but sometimes you flip them into a counter, so it's as if you didn't demonstrate at all, and they still only need a 1 counter. I'm also not confident at all at my sideboarding. This is such an all-in deck that literally anything we board in is actively making our combo worse. So it's very hard to sideboard with. I'm more used to combo decks where the sideboard doesn't necessarily hurt your primary combo, or if it does hurt your primary combo, it's bringing a secondary combo to pivot, such as Black Saga Storm going into the Leyline Helm package. But it was a fun deck. Where else are you going to see just big dumb shit like Apex Devastator, Maelstrom Wanderer? We got some spectacular just screenshots out of that. It was a little disappointing that so many people scooped before we could go all the way down and just play out our entire deck onto the battlefield. That's something you're going to run into if you're trying to play this in a competitive league. It probably won't happen if you're playing in the free rooms. It probably won't happen if you're playing this in paper. The opponents aren't as likely to just scoop instantly to it and move on, because they're still going to have to wait for the next round. But it's a blast to play. If you happen to have City of Traders, this deck is actually super, super cheap. Almost the entire cost of the deck is locked up in the City of Traders. So if you already have them, it's super, super cheap to finish off this deck. The next most expensive thing are the Ancient Tombs. But super, super budget for Paper Legacy. But it is a blast to play. It is definitely a lot of fun. Before you yell at me in the comments, I did look up the Jeweled Lotus thing. So I was wrong. I misunderstood how the card worked because I've only ever run into it in Commander. It does produce mana, but you can't actually use that mana for anything, as far as I can tell. I think what they were trying to do was like double the amount of mana they had with the doubling cube, counting the mana from the Jeweled Lotus. I don't think that's how it works. If it does, I think Moto's bugged. I don't know. I tried looking into it, but I didn't spend a ton of time because it's not something I'm ever going to do. That was kind of a cool take on the Mystic Forge combo deck, though. We also did get to see the bad of this deck, where you kind of saw specifically in that matchup too, where we just kind of fizzled out because Tybalt's Trickery milled our other Tybalt's Trickery, and it just completely stopped our chain dead. There were other ones too where the opponent scooped before we actually were able to fully play out the river and combo out. They just scoop while there were still triggers on the stack, and we didn't definitively have dead at that point. But it's a fun deck. It's the epitome of autopilot. As I said before, the only deck that kind of feels similar to this in terms of playstyle to me is Manaless Dredge, where all you're doing is just you dredge something, your deck puts shit into the graveyard, and then you just let the triggers happen. The deck plays itself. But I mean, it's still fun to play. If you like that style of deck, it is awesome. As you can see, we actually did pretty well. It seems to mostly prey on mid-range style decks. The hardcore control, you saw we kind of just got dumpstered, especially when they have the white splash. They just have so much hate they can bring in between Lavinia, Deafening Silence, Teferi, stuff like that. The Mystic Forge combo that we lost to, they just had the nut, basically, in game 1. And in game 2, we milled our second table triggery and we just fizzled out, which it happens. It is what it is. But anyways, thank you for stopping by. If you like what you saw, hit that sub button, hit that like button. I am going to be trying to post videos directly to YouTube more often here. You can go ahead and stop by the stream channel over on Twitch. Not doing as much streaming as I did. Kind of trying to focus on YouTube because of my schedule. But if you want to know when I do occasionally go live, it's going to be sporadic. Go ahead, drop a like over there, a follow. Know when I'm going live randomly. But anyways, thank you all for stopping by. Hope you all had fun. And as always, miners, stay salty.